Hello good people, welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about everything you need to know when you're traveling from Lagos back to America. Don't stress, don't panic, because I got you. Sit down, sit tight, and let the video begin. Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Miatta Sandi. Specifically, I'm going to be giving you guys the details on your departure, what to expect, what to do, so that you can be able to get back home safe and sound. Okay? All right. So one of the things I mentioned from that first video, the arrival video, when you're traveling from US to Nigeria, is the fact that you have to register yourself in order for you to enter the country. I'm going to put the link again down below in the description box. So pretty much that is your entry. Now, if you don't fill out that form, they're not going to let you come into the country. So that one is vital. I also mentioned Pcr tests, taking your test 72 hours prior to your flight. But to get the specifics, make sure you check with your airline so they can tell you the specifics. Because some of them, it used to be 96, right? It used to be 96 hours. They moved it down to 72. So things change all the time. So make sure that you get the most updated information from your airline. That way you're on your stuff. Okay? So PCR test, and then the portal. When you get the portal, you pay $128. They give you your barcode. Your barcode is what they're going to ask you for once you land into Lagos. Now, let's talk about once you get to Lagos. Okay, so let's say you finally arrived at your destination in Nigeria, wherever you're staying. Okay, when I went back there, I stayed in Surulere, close to Ikeja area. Okay, so that portal that you fill out, that form that I talked about, where you guys go and fill out your name, your address, all of those things, right? You pay the $128. The email address that you put in there, that's what they're going to use to communicate with you once you land in Lagos. So make sure that's an updated email. You have access to that email. Don't just give a random email, because you are going to need it. So once I arrived in Lagos, literally after 7 days, I got an email, and and it was a reminder. This is what it looked like right here. So you get sent a reminder that looks like this, and it tells you, hey Miatta, hey Sandy, this is just a reminder to tell you that you need to go get your COVID test. Because when you're filling out the portal stuff, they tell you literally after 7 days you have to go get a COVID test. After 7 days of staying in Lagos, you have to go get a COVID test. So that email that I put in there, they sent this to me as a reminder. Now, I wasn't able to get there on the 7th day. Don't panic. If you're not able to make it on your 7th day, all they ask is that you communicate effectively. What I had to do was call the number down below that they sent in my email, right? I called, hey, my name is Miatta. I got a reminder in my email for me to get my COVID test. However, I can't make it this day because of blah, blah, blah. Can I reschedule? The person was very pleasant. See, when it comes to Africa, and especially, let me just say Africa, because I don't think it's fair to say when it comes to Nigeria. When it comes to Africa, please be pleasant. Because whatever energy you give to them, they're going to give it to you 10 times more. Okay? So call, be nice. Hey, how is your day going? My name is Miatta. I was calling because, listen, pleasantry goes a long way. Anyway, I spoke to the guy. I said, I can't make it this day. However, is there another date you can give me? He's like, yeah, we give you up to 2 days, 48 hours past your due date. Right? So then I picked a date, not 48 hours, okay, 24 hours prior to the 2 days that the 2 extra days that they gave me. I didn't go there for whatever reason. I couldn't. So I made it, after I rescheduled with him, I went there. Okay. So communicate effectively. Once I did that, they said it was fine. Okay, so I asked them, is there a confirmation number that I need? Blah, blah, blah. In my head, I'm thinking I'm in America. You don't need no confirmation number, just show up. Thank you for telling us. We'll be expecting you this date. That's what was communicated to me. All right, so once that day come, I'm going to show you guys a clip of me getting there. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a clip of us driving to the place.
Giving you a time, whether to seek for a leave, and they apply for a leave, and make it a deal with us tomorrow, play your calendar. But when they don't hear what's good. So it's not me you are deceiving. When we keep coming and you keep hearing action, so you shouldn't be complaining if things are not improving in your arena. And you get a message that a seat has been reserved for you, so you get to show it to us at the security post.
Whatever address that you put, let me tell you guys now, whatever address that you put when you're filling out the portal, right? Let's say if you're going to Abuja, they'll find you the closest testing site where your address is. Mine was Surulere, so they found me the closest one, which was in Ikeja, which was fine. We drove like 20 minutes, okay? So this is what it looks like. I went to Forgini, I think that's what it's called. Okay, so I went there. And to be honest, the process was really fast. He was extremely professional and very like to the point. So he's just pulling up my information, getting my codes and everything in place, but it was really good. So once we arrived, they had security guards that opened the door for us and we went in. Once you go in, you have a seat in the hallway, right? Once you have a seat in the hallway, they call you up to the front. This young man that took my case, he was very pleasant. It's literally all young people in there, which is quite refreshing. I mean, like literally, they don't look any older than like 28, maybe the most 30, but they're young people who are pretty much running things in this facility. Was it clean? It was clean. It was precise. It was to the point. They didn't waste my time. I mean, so when you get there, the things that you do need when you go get your COVID test, they're going to ask you for your passport. Be sure to go with your passport. Wherever you travel, please, when you're traveling anywhere outside of your country, make sure that you keep your passport safe. Another thing I forgot to mention from my other video is keep a copy of your passport. Anything can happen. So in case you lose it, God forbid someone steals it gets in the hands of the wrong person, you have a copy of your passport. So anyway, when you go there, what they're going to ask you for is the confirmation number, which they're going to send you via email. They're going to ask you for your confirmation number. They're going to ask you for an ID. So you can actually use your national ID that you use here in America, UK, wherever you're coming from, or you can use your passport as your form of identification. So those things you need when you're going to get your PCR COVID test. Once you get there, he types it in, he locks it in, then they move you over to actually take the physical COVID test. They do the swabbing in the nose. Once they do that, they put it in the tube and you're good to go. Now, this test comes out within 4 to 6 hours. I did not need the test to travel. Well, I took the test. I was strategic about mine. All right. So I took the test maybe 2 days prior. Yeah, I took the test 2 days prior to me traveling back to America. So that's what you would do. So I don't know how long you're going to Nigeria for, but it can actually work for your favor if you do it that way. I went for 2 weeks and I was supposed to get my COVID test after 7 days, right? But I communicated the reason why I wasn't able to get there. And it worked out for me. It really did. So that $128 that you paid for the portal, that covers your PCR test. So don't allow anyone to try to get money back out of you until you have to pay another fee to get your PCR test. No, the $128 is supposed to cover your PCR test. So long as you communicate with them and say, hey, I can't come in this time, but I can come in that time. But let's say if you're traveling to Nigeria, you're going there for a month or two, you may have to repay again because that's a long time. But inquire anyway. Ask them, do I have to pay again? I don't know about that one because I didn't go for a month. What I went for was 2 weeks. All right, not even up to 2 weeks. I went for 11 days. I went for 11 days and I took my COVID test on the 9th day. Yep, I took it on the 9th day. And then, yeah, then I was able to travel out. And my COVID test was still intact because 9th day, 10 nights and 11 days. So on the 9th day, that's when I took my COVID test. So I still had that 72-hour gap when I was traveling for my COVID test to still be valid. Okay, so that was that. They were very professional. I got my results in 4 to 6 hours. I think exactly. Okay, so these clips right here, that's me and Bae, whatever. Yeah. So this, he and I are driving to the airport right now, and I wish we had left a bit earlier, but we didn't. I mean, okay, so it started off okay, and then later on, the traffic was just bananas. You see how the sun is out now? By the time we got to the airport, honey, the sun had gone down. But, here we go. I'm gonna fast forward it, but in case you guys just want to see some nice, matter of fact, I won't fast forward it. I want you guys to just enjoy Lagos. I really miss this city, man. So lively. But this is us driving. The roads were extremely tight, and the bikers, oh my lord, the bikers. Like, we need to do a protest or something. Like, we got almost in a fight with a biker that was banging on the door, tried to hit me. I mean, it was a bit of a drama. I can't even lie. We had some little drama getting there. But this is us just driving to the airport, and it took us like almost like an hour and a half, if not even 2 hours, for real. But that's that. Let's talk about arrival at the airport. Family, please, please, please. I need to back up. Let me put this pillow behind me because I need some cushioning when I'm talking about this one. Okay, so when it comes to when it's time for you to go, right? You're gonna receive an email. You're gonna receive an email from your airline. Mind you, I told you guys I travel with Turkish Airline. So 24 hours prior to my flight, they sent me an email. They said, please get to the airport 4 hours before your departure time. Y'all, my departure time was 8:45 p.m. We got there 7:15 p.m. Bad idea. Extremely bad idea. And the traffic was so long. You guys already saw the clip of us driving to the airport. You saw how long that ride was. So the traffic was crazy, okay? The traffic was long and we got there 7:15. As soon as we got there and we went to Turkish Airline, everyone that was traveling from Turkey, they had already packed their suitcases, long gone. So I was like literally the last, maybe me and like 4 other people were the last people to get there. And y'all, I'm talking about Africa, where many things has to do with you bribing people. So I was begging, I was pleading, I was trying to explain, and all they were looking for was for me to take the money out of my pocket and to bribe them. And honestly, one of the biggest mistakes I made is I did not have any dollars in my pocket. I didn't. So make sure you have some tips when you're coming and tips when you're going. Don't give all your tips when you're coming, okay? Because you're going to need it when you're going back. Whether it's $2, just uncle here, uncle, auntie. You understand? I didn't have it. So literally the only thing that helped me, so I went to the guy who was in charge and he's like, I'm sorry, ma, you cannot go. And what you have to do now is go over there and change your flight ticket. And that was going to be so much stress because in my head now I'm thinking I have to call the Airbnb and ask for another 24-hour stay. I have to pay for another difference in my ticket. So right there, as the guy was telling me this, honestly, you guys, but I began to pray. I literally began to pray. And I began to take authority. You know what I'm saying? Daughter of Zion, listen, sis, we're not playing games. So I just began to pray. Yes, me and my boo was just praying. And before you knew it, the Lord did what he did. He touched the heart of the guy. I mean, it was literally like, I thought it was literally like a movie. Like soon after we prayed and we were walking away going toward the place to change my flight, the guy called us. He said, come, hurry up, madam, give your stuff, you can go. It was like a burden was just lifted off my shoulder. Okay, I bless the Lord for that, because that was God's intervention. That was God's favor, because I did get a notification that we're supposed to be there 4 hours early. I didn't. I made that mistake. So please, when you're traveling back, even if you can't get to the airport 4 hours before, get there 3 hours prior to. Please, to avoid English, to avoid delay, to avoid someone trying to take money out of your pocket. Just do it. If you need to take chin-chin, if you need to take egusi to the airport, if you need to take cassava leaf, do whatever you need, a blanket, a sock, and just stay and sleep there, okay? Because the fact that I was late also delayed other things. By the time they were checking out my passport, they were checking out this. When I say people take their precious time just to put your name in the computer, to stamp it, it took them almost 25 minutes to do that. And I literally almost missed my flight. Again, it was the hand of God, because the flight hostess stayed, like she remained. She said, I'm not leaving until the last person who was supposed to be on the Turkish airline leaves this place. That's literally what happened. Had she left, it would have been a different story. Okay, so another tip that I would give you guys is this, right? 24 hours to your flight. Please go on your airline, check in electronically, screenshot electronically, pick your seat electronically. Do all those things before you get to Lagos airport. Trust me, it'll save you time. That's one of the things also that helped me out, because that was my That was one of my but my proposals when I was talking to the boss at the Lagos airport. I was like, sir, I really apologize that I came late. However, I already checked in. This is my boarding pass. This is my seat I already picked. So it's less work for you, sir. I did 80% of the work. I just need the Lord to touch your heart so I can go home. Okay, back to Maryland, USA. But that would really, really help you. Please check in online 24 hours prior to you boarding. Pick your seat, okay? And get your boarding pass. Sometimes the boarding pass you're able to get, sometimes you can't get your boarding pass. I was able to get my boarding pass. I screenshotted it. I printed it out. Please, 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 please. And when you do get your COVID results, please print it out. Because when you get to Lagos, some of them may say, I want to see the electronic one. Some of them may be a little difficult and say, we want to see the physical paper, just so they can get money out of you. So please, have your electronic COVID test. Have it also printed out. Have your passport physically, have a copy of it printed out. Everything that you would need, have a physical copy of it. It's not going to take much from you. Maybe 2 cents, if even, you're going to pay to get it printed. Just do all the things that you need to do so you avoid delay and you don't be in the same predicament that I was in, okay? So that is that for that. I think I gave you guys all the details that you need when you're traveling back from Lagos or Abuja. When you're traveling back from Nigeria to America, those are all the things you need. Your PCR test, for sure. You need your PCR test and your passport. And just like how I showed you guys, so I had my ECOWAS passport and I had my American passport. So to travel from Nigeria to Turkey, I used my Sierra Leone ECOWAS passport. Once I got to Turkey, I then switched. I used my US passport to travel from Turkey back to America. So that's how you would do it, okay? So that is all I have for you guys today. If this is helpful, kindly comment down below. Also, feel free to share with your family, your friends, anyone who's traveling and they need this information and they think it'll be vital. Please, by all means, share with your family and your friends. As always, I thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I thank you for interacting and engaging with my content. And I pray for grace to be more consistent, to be able to give you guys more information and bring value to my audience. As always, I love you, but Jesus loves you guys so much more. And until next time, you have an Unrivaled day. Bye, everyone.
So I just bought this orange juice with my last 35 Turkish money. It was exactly 35 Turkey, whatever the money is called. So I'm just like here chilling in the airport. I have about 8 hours of layover. So okay, I see A111 over there, so we're using this way at the gate. Straight ahead. I don't know where my other bag is. I was finally able to find this ticket. So now we get to leave. Just gotta find my gate and get out of here, man.